So we'll try to see who the penalized player was. Bill tries to find Ronnie Marshall on the near wing. Oh, Ronnie is spun hard off into the boards. Todd Gibson stops the Toros from breaking out, but they do now move it into center. Mike Walchuk, number 19. And here's a penalty being called. Gibson was hit in the back of the head. Let's see if this is going to be a two-man advantage for Bay Harbor. And indeed it is. And here is their opportunity to get the tying score. Certainly two men up. Well, I guess I anticipated that. That's Mike Safino going in the box. So that leaves Master Andrea out there, Mike Walchuk and Robert Fernicola to form the triangular defense. But it's going to be a double penalty we see now, so it's going to be four skaters. No, it is. It's a two-man advantage. Pardon me, a two-man advantage. Medeiros out there with Marshall on the attack. Now, Bay Harbor from their blue line. Two-man advantage for 1 minute and 49 seconds. Golden opportunity for the Devils, and play ties up along the sideboards as one of the Toros goes down hard. Scott Armstrong laying the check. Well, we got to look at Napier when he was facing a two-man advantage. Carmelo Gurlio now under the gun. Two men. Two extra shooters against him. Headman it to Marshall. Ronnie from the boards. Oh, he's bodied hard by Master Andrea. 5:15 to go in the period. 2-1 for the Toros. Bay Harbor trying their best here to get the tying score, and a Bay Harbor player goes head first into the boards. Utak keeps it in. Bay Harbor hustling, bouncing puck. Armstrong right in front. A shot, a score! A power play goal. 2-2. Bay Harbor ties it up. The puck bouncing wildly in front of goalie Carmelo. A little number 66, Kazanis out there. We saw his little brother, I believe, in an earlier game. He's just a little scooter out there, Camille Henry type play. Utak feeds Gibson and his blue line. His play is underway. 2-2. 4:23 to go. Chance now for York. Still a power play. York looking for a shorthander. Nice pack. Finds Kazanis right at center ice. Return pass up the ice to Utak. And the puck finally goes astray and goes into the boards. Bay Harbor playing much better today than they did last night. And they can't keep it in. Robert Flynn has to shoot it back. Toros dump it at the center. Todd with a long one. Handed aside. Put back out and iced nicely by Toronto. Look at Alex Villa in there, forechecking. 24 seconds to go in the power play. 3:28 to go in the period. 2-2 the score. Final game of the holiday tournament. Kazanis dumps it in. Here's Paluzzi behind the net. Works it to Cashley. And they ice it again with 8 seconds to go in the advantage. Napier stops it. Jesse's been a busy boy. Carmelo's had a lot of work too here in the second period. Hard check there. And a penalty is Donald Medeiros is going to be called, I guess, for charging or elbowing, I would suspect. So with 2:54 to go in the period, it'll be a one-man advantage for York. Medeiros disputes the call. Check didn't look too bad, but I think George got a good shot of that one for you, and you can run it back and look at it for yourself. Hemming, Armstrong, trying to get the rest of the penalty-killing unit for you. Flynn and Marshall out there now to kill the penalty, which will take up the rest of the period. Savalio, number 9. That little Lewis is so fast out there for the Toros. We've seen him in earlier games. On the draw, Toros start the attack at their line. Armstrong tries to stop him, but the Toros break it through. Savalio going towards the net. Hemming, big tall defenseman in there behind the net. Nicely sent all the way down and iced by Bay Harbor. Minute and 50 to go. One-man power play advantage for the Toros. Hosny, and now Vigilante in front of the net. Down goes the goalie. Down goes one of the Toros at the back of the net. David Vigilante goes around to help his fallen teammate. The clock will keep running as the net is off the hinges. This is a great break for Bay Harbor. They're a man down, and the clock is running that penalty out for them at 1:18 to go. To kill off a penalty. It's all the way down to 1 minute or thereabout before action will begin on the draw. Toros from the corner. 2-2 the score. Savalio right at the corner of the net there with Hemming trying to guard him. Now Luis passes out from the side. Actually, they keep it in the goal area. Look at that action right behind Jesse Napier. Now Hemming. Randy is hemmed in by the blue shirts. And play is called along the board. So that time the Toros couldn't get much going. Clock is running down, less than half a minute. The Toros power play continues, but as the lines change, they're not going to have much of a chance to put another shot on net. Bay Harbor has played a much better game here in this second try at the visiting Toronto Toros. 5 seconds to go in the period. Vigilante standing over there, but most of this penalty period has been run out on line changes. What's the official going to say now? Even though the clock is run out, is he going to put some more time on it? He is. At least we're going to get the drop of the puck. Because really, that last minute and a half saw almost no action. Vigilante is looking for a face-off. Here's the drop. 1 second on, 2, 3. Hard shot, flies wide. How much time? It runs down again to 2 seconds, 1 second, and there it is. He put about 7 or 8 seconds back on the clock as some of the boys come together there just as the period ends. That's Louis Cashley, 21, skating away. Well, we have had 2 scintillating periods. One of the Red Devils down, also in his defensive zone. He's getting to his feet now. As there's some milling and talking. Vigilante, I believe the captain there, talking with the referee with the orange stripe on his shirt. But we have played 2, and it has been a humdinger. A 2-2 score. The third period will start like the second on a power play for the Toros. They will have 1 man to the good, and we'll be bringing you the final period of regulation time in this bantam match in the Bay Harbor Holiday Tournament. It's 2-2. Anybody's game for the championship of this tournament, and the Toros bring it in offside as we start play. Toros in the blue. They're going to the left, where goalie Jesse Napier wants to hold the fort. On the other end, goalie Carmelo Gurlio, and he's done a good job for his team today. Let me tell you, number 1. I like seeing goalies wear the number 1. In my day, teams only had 1 goalie, and it was always number 1. When they added the second, it became 1 and 31 for the most part. But I like seeing goalies keep the tradition of wearing the big number 1. It used to be that the goalie was number 1 and the all-star defenseman was number 2. Things have changed a little bit. 55, Bill Utak on the draw, won by the Toros. And recaptured and sent down on Carmelo. He clears it off to the side. We've had good goaltending in this game, by the way. Both netminders doing a fine job. Good goals as well. Right in front at the doorstep of Carmelo, and he flicks it aside. Oh, a close call as Bay Harbor almost had the leader. Mike Walchuk tries to make the return attack, but the rush is stopped. Toros continue to play. And just as Louis Cashley kept it in, play is called. Here's Louis, number 21, circling. Get a look at the Toros, the nice Brahma Bull face on the shirts of the blue shirts as Louis skated towards you there. Toros tell you, you give them an extra man and they are so frightening that it's almost like giving them a goal. You know, the rule was changed during the heyday of the Montreal Canadiens some years ago. It used to be if there was a penalty and a goal was scored, the penalized man stayed off anyway. Andre Mastroiandrata bangs it off the backboards. Out it comes. Mastroiandrata again, number 7 in center. Skating with them is DeMoro. Up the side it goes. Walchuk is bodied. Toro is working in behind Napier. Still have it. Good forechecking there. David Madeira. Pardon me, Donald Medeiros didn't let his man get away. Out, it's off the stick of Palmer. It goes into the corner again. Walchuk follows it down. Tips it out. Kept in nicely by Mastroiandrata. And out it comes down to center. Walchuk. So far, good penalty killing by Palmer and his mates. DeMoro. Puck pies up in the corner. 36 seconds to go in the one-man advantage for the Toros. Toros not as fast today as we've seen them before. Or perhaps they're getting more of the body this time from the California boys. That's nicely flicked. And here comes Donald. He shoots. Oh, Carmelo comes up big. Nice play. Play of the game there. Comes up the other way, and DeMoro bangs it. And we almost had a score each way. Wow. We have played 2 minutes and 20 seconds or thereabout. Toros lose it in the offensive zone. No call. Yes, tripping call. Delayed penalty. Out of the net comes Napier, but the whistle sounds. One of the Toros down in the boards. And you see Lefevre and Palmer